All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this virtual organic spa workshop. We have Nina with us today from Nina Organic, and we will be learning a lot of tips and tricks that you can do at home. But I will go ahead and pass it off to Nina. Nina, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks. Hey guys, it's Nina of Nina's Organics, and I am going to show you how to make a body scrub, which is one of my popular products. So let's go over a few of the items that are necessary. So I'm going to step back and bring them in. First thing, avocado oil. Next product, olive oil. Oops, there we go. Coconut oil. Ten drops of essential lavender. And most of these things you will typically find in your kitchen or your bathroom. This, I use like Dr. Teal's, is unscented Epsom salt. So the product is good for relieving pain off the bat without adding any additional products. I've opened the bag upside down, so bear with me. This is raw cane sugar. And of course, one more thing, we'll need something to put it in. So here is a container that you can store your finished product in. So before we get into making the product, one of the things I wanted to mention was my line is a plant-based line, which means that nothing contains any form of a preservative that is not made from a plant or flower. So basically what I just said was, it doesn't contain preservatives unless the preservative itself is made from a plant or a flower. This body scrub won't need any type of preservative because you'll be using it. The average shelf life for this particular product is 18 months, but I guarantee you that you won't have it for 18 months because you'll be using it. And after you're done using it, you don't need lotion all day. So you're basically going to moisten your body and then take a little bit and rub in a circular motion and then rinse off and just pat dry. You won't need lotion for the rest of the day. So I had a whole bunch of other things that I wanted to jump into, but we can get into those at the end of the presentation. So let's get started. The first thing that I did was I had to melt the coconut oil. So here I have 1 cup of coconut oil. We're only going to use half of this because we only have a small container to make it in. So we're going to go with a ½ cup. And in your slide presentation, you'll notice there is a recipe there, but we're going to modify it because of the size of the container we're going to be making it in. So we're going to use half of this coconut oil. We're going to pour it into our bowl. That's half. Then we're going to get another measuring device, and we're going to do 1/4 of a cup of the avocado and then 1/4 of a cup of the olive. The reason why we're using the varying oils is to lock in the moisture on your skin because this is going on your body. Keep in mind that anything that you put on your body is absorbed into your bloodstream. So basically, we're pouring in your body coconuts, avocado, and olives. Beginning of a great salad, right? Okay, so this will take us to a ½ cup of oils so far. So let's combine the rest of that. Blend it in the measuring cup, pour it in with the coconut oil. It is there. Then next, we are going to measure out, we're going to go with a full cup of Epsom salt. And maybe we'll do a half a cup. Let's do a half a cup of Epsom salt. And we'll do a half a cup of the brown sugar. And then let's get the sugar. So again, the Epsom salt will help you with the pain, if you have any. You can also put it in your bath and soak in it. It'll be great, and your skin will be even more moisturized. So we've got that together. And let's pour that in to the oil. Give it a little tap. Now for the relaxing part, or the even more relaxing part, the essential lavender. This is where we're going to use 10 drops of essential lavender. If you want a few more, not going to hurt anything. I just hope you don't fall asleep in the bathtub or in the shower for that matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Want to go a little bit more? Why not? Let's add 5 more drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we've got all of that combined. And then we're going to take our spoon and we're going to mix it. We may have to add more oil, but I think we're good for the most part. And then we're just going to we are going to blend it together. Usually smash it down. I don't know if you guys can see this. Just mix it together really well. Make sure you get all the clumps out. Oh, that looks really good. That's what I didn't put in here yet. The coconut oil. So far, all we have is the olive and the avocado and the lavender, but look at that so far. Looks pretty creamy. Now let's add our coconut oil. Then we're gonna add, say, 1/4 cup of this. There we go. Now the magic happens. Now it's getting slushy. So when it gets slushy, that's when you know you've got something good. We actually have enough room in this bowl to add more, but I think we're going to stick with this and we'll add it to our container. But can you guys see that? See how slushy that is? Almost like a slushy that you would buy at 7-Eleven. That's the consistency we're looking for. So once you achieve that, that is basically what you're looking for. And of course, that's our neighbor. Or actually, that dog lives here. Her name is Maxine. She's a little bit annoyed because she wanted to be part of this session, but we'll bring her in later. Now, we've kind of backed into our presentation because there were some other things that I wanted to go over in the slides. We'll get to those in a bit. Right now, we're going to package this in a container, airtight. And again, remember the consistency we're looking for? Like an icy or a slushy. So let's go ahead, rinse it out. All right. I want to get the moisture out because once it gets hardened, once you have something wet in there besides the oil, it can easily cause the scrub to harden. And that's the one thing that you don't want. Because what you're going to have to do is add more oil to it. If it does harden, just add a little more oil. Coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever your preference is, just add those to it. So now, this is going to make a nice gift for someone. You can make it for a family member. Sweetheart's Day is right around the corner. And both men and women do enjoy lavender. So it's a good thing we reduced the amount that we were going to originally start with because this is pretty much full. So the ingredients that I provided in the slide presentation, I think you can stick with those, especially if you want to make more than one container of it. So the way we modify the recipe, it's full. And it's ready. All we need is a label, a bow, and it's ready to gift. So we have created our own body scrub. It can also be used on your face because we haven't used any toxic materials. Typically the products that are used are you can find in your kitchen or your bathroom. So that is pretty much the body scrub. So I wanted to go over a couple things. If you wouldn't mind, Christopher, showing the presentation, which is why we started a little bit backwards, but that's okay as long as we cover it. So I wanted to go over the benefits of plant-based products and non-organic skincare contain harmful ingredients, and there are 10 toxic skincare product ingredients that you should watch out for. And I'm sure that as you read the label of the products that you use, you will notice the toxicity in some of those ingredients. Oh, wow, I see the first word here, something that President Trump said he used to abolish, what was it, COVID? Hydroquinone, I believe, a mineral oil, parabens, synthetic fragrances are those that are not made from natural flowers, for example. Propylene glycol, stay away from that. That's another toxic ingredient. But let's go back to the mineral oil. Anything made with mineral oil or even petroleum jelly is made from a plastic. Plastic sits on top of the skin. So whatever you're blending into it can't penetrate the skin and benefit it. So you want to stay away from that if you can. Next slide, please. The organic skincare products are made of natural ingredients, such as the body scrub that we just created. If you read the label, you'll find that in this particular case, we used raw cane sugar, Epsom salt. We used natural oils, avocado, olive, and coconut oil, and 10 drops of essential lavender. Essential meaning that it was extracted from the flower. So there were no GMOs contained in it. Your skin will absorb only real natural ingredients that are not harmful based on what we put in the scrub. Next slide, please. The organic products are non-allergenic. So without the harsh chemicals, organic skincare products are less likely to cause an allergic reaction or inflammation or irritation. However, occasionally you may be allergic to lavender oil. If you are, swap that out for something like lemongrass or some other oil that's extracted from a plant or flower that you may not be allergic to. If an allergic reaction does occur with the use of the product, it would be more than likely due to a natural ingredient such like peanuts or strawberries. Some people have an allergic reaction to that. Therefore, you should not use anything that's created with those items, and you should have an EpiPen nearby. Next slide. Organic skincare does work better. Plants that are grown organically are found to contain a higher level of vital antioxidant vitamins than non-organic plants, meaning that they're sprayed with pesticides. And of course, they want to get rid of those things, but at the same time, you can't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be able to avoid them. So, but when you can, if you can grow them yourself, so much better. They won't have pesticides, herbicides, and they're free from that contamination, which means it's the same for your body. Whatever you put on your body, because your skin is the largest organ on your body, is absorbed into your bloodstream. So if you are growing or are using products that are grown with pesticides and herbicides, then more than likely you're putting those chemicals into your body once they touch your skin. 95% of organic skincare products contain active ingredients. If the synthetic care products, on the other hand, contain active ingredients only, they make up 5 to 10% of its contents. So my line, for example, the only thing that I make that has a preservative is the hand sanitizer, which contains 99%, 91% alcohol. My apologies. And I make a hair gel that contains a preservative created with radishes. So again, if it's not made with a plant or a flower, it is not contained in Nina's Organics products. Next slide, please. So now we're at the what we've already done, which was how to create the body scrub. Next slide is the recipe in the event you missed that. These were the things that we used. I chose to go with lavender because of its relaxing components. And I believe that is the end of our making this body scrub. Next slide, where I go over the instructions of how to blend all of the different products. And again, you just want to scoop out after you completed the product, you want to scoop out just a little bit after you've moistened your skin, scoop a little bit out, rub in a circular motion, and then rinse off. And then once you've rinsed off, you've of course exfoliated your skin. You can also use it on your face with this particular formula. And then you can pat or towel dry. And you more than likely will not need lotion for the rest of the day. So that concludes our presentation for how to make your own body scrub. So I thought I would propose and answer 4 questions that you may have about Nina's Organics. The first one being, how do you reach Nina's Organics with follow-up questions? You would go to Nina, that's N-E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, A, at ninasorganics.com. What is our web address? It is www.ninasorganics.com. I've had several people ask if I have a physical store, and if so, where is it located? The primary store right now is at a boutique. I call it a petite boutique, where you find a little bit of Melrose on Market Street, and that's at Girls in the Wood, which is located at 470 South Market Street in Inglewood, California. And then we have a new location coming up, downtown LA. I'll reveal that address as we get closer to finishing up construction. And then my final question that I thought you guys may be interested in is, do I vend outside of my store? The answer is yes. You can find those locations by following me on Instagram at Nina's_organics. There, I typically post where I'm going to be. I tend to vend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The other days of the week, Tuesday through Thursday, I am in the boutique, with the exception of today because I am shooting this webinar today. So thank you very much for joining us today. Please feel free to follow up with any questions to the email address or even on Instagram. And again, Nina's Organics pride ourselves on being able to heal you with plants and flowers. Thank you.